What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel again. Welcome back to the vlog. I hope you guys are doing good. I don't know if you guys remember that I said in the previous video that this week I'm gonna be working in the truck. I have several things to do. I gotta do maintenance in the truck. I gotta do not on the truck, on the unit, on the reefer unit. I have to change the oil. I have to change the filters and all that stuff. I also have a back chamber, brake chamber. What else? I have a leak that I found, a new leak. It's always something, guys. Oh, I have that flat. I actually have the guy that's gonna go fix the flat right now. Well, a little later today, he's gonna go fix it in the trailer. And several things that I have to do, you know. So with all that said, I hope you guys are doing good. And let's start this vlog. Ajá. No, si la adentro hay que sacarle aquí para afuera. A ver si puedo aflojar los motivadores.
La adentro hay que zafar. La adentro hay que zafar.
Hay que zafar, ¿eh?
Le buscaban las 5 octavos para aflojar.
Dale. Okay, so the tire is finally done. Now, thank God that he let me use his compressor, because I was able to loosen up the bolts. So right there, let me see right there, boom. I was able to loosen all 4 of them out. Right there. I was able to loosen them out so I can change the shock on it. So let's continue that. I have to lose the top ones on all sides now. So let me get to that. Okay, so I was not able to take off the shocks on the trailer because I do not have the correct tool to loosen up the top bolt. So I'm gonna move on. I don't know if you guys can hear the leak. Can you guys hear the leak? Where I found the leak. So it's actually not the chamber. It's actually this hose here. See? It's one of those 2 hoses here. I believe it's the bottom one. So see how it quiets down? Regardless, I have 2 of them. So I am going to attempt to take them off. Here are the 2 new lines. So let me get to that. Alright, guys, so don't mind me if I'm all dirty, if I look crazy. So here's the bad line. I was able to take it out pretty simple. I didn't put you guys down there because I didn't think I need to. It was just, you know, it was just more trouble of getting down there than actually taking this off, to be honest. So I got my new line here. It's a little longer. I don't think that would make a difference as long as it's tied up and it's hold on the correct way. So nothing. Let's go down there once again and let's install the new line, and hopefully it is not both lines, because I heard 2 different leaks there. So I'm not sure it was this one that was cracked by 2 different spots, or if both lines were cracked. If both lines were cracked, it does not matter, because regardless, I have 2 lines. So if both of them were cracked, like I said, it doesn't matter because I have 2 lines and I will change them anyhow. So with all that said, let's go down there and let's install the new line. Okay, so exactly what I'm doing, the line that goes to the chamber broke. It started cracking. that line attaches, I guess, to the yeah, I'm guessing you call this a valve or something up there. That's it's what pushes in the pressure when you brake and stuff like that. I'm changing one of these lines, except it's not on this chain breaker. It's on the one in the back, on the chamber. Sorry, I don't know if you see it right there. See how that looks real clean? That's because that's where the new one goes. All right, so the new line that I'm gonna put on bolts on to this plug right there, and if it goes through this next to this line right there, and it goes up into the valve up there. So just so you guys can know or have an idea where does it go. So let me go down there again and start installing the new line. All right, hopefully you guys can capture exactly where it's going. See right there, that's exactly where I'm supposed to hook up the new line, and it goes right on here to the chamber, and it goes right next to this line. Sorry for the bad lighting. It goes right there next to this line all the way to right there. So let's yeah, let's get to it. Okay, new line is on. It's tight on both ends. All I have to do is secure it here. This thing broke, so I have to find a new one or just tie it up with a tie wrap right where it's supposed to be so it can be secure. So let me go start the truck and make sure that I have no more leaks here. The brake chamber was good, or at least I believe so. So let me start the truck, make sure I have no more leaks. If I do have another leak, I am 100% sure it's going to be from the other line as well, because for some reason these two lines look older than the rest. So let's start the truck and let's make sure that everything here is good. I actually found another issue of why my my differentials were not marking the temperature, and it's because they're not hooked up. So I have to cut this wire. I actually have the plug that goes on here, so I have to cut the wire and wire it, and hopefully when I do that, I should be good and they should work properly. The back one looks the same as well, so I'm gonna see if I can do that now, and hopefully they work properly. So let's get to this as well. Okay, so after I wash my hands, I don't know if you guys can still hear it, but the other line is broken too. I don't know what to say. I'm thinking that maybe along the road I caught something, and that's why it pulled on both lines, because I think it's a little crazy that both lines break at the same time. So I did the new one. Let me show you guys. And you can still hear it, that the other one's leaking as well. Watch. Listen to this. See? See? It gets quiet. So like I said, thank God that I have another extra line, because I'm gonna be installing that as well. Boom. All right, so nothing, let's continue getting dirty so we can install this line as well and make sure that we are good. I want to see if I can install my differentials cables too, because that one broke and then this one broke off a while back too, and I haven't been able to install it because it broke off from the harness. So nothing, let's continue. Okay, so unfortunately I was not able to change the other line because the ones I have here, the size on them are a little bit smaller than the one that I need. So okay, so I was able to come to a yard earlier today. You guys saw the previous clip. That was at a Thermo King. I went. Remember, I said I was gonna do some maintenance on the unit as well. I did. I went and I bought the filters. It's called the PM kit. It comes with the oil filter, the fuel filter, and the air filter. The air filter comes with all three of them. So this morning I came to the yard. I already have the truck disconnected. I have everything ready to start working on. Remember that I have to go under the truck again and take off that line that's leaking, because yesterday, if you guys remember, I had the truck in the middle of the yard and I cannot leave it there. So I have to reinstall everything. I have to engage the truck and move it to the side where I always leave it at. Oh, I also have to park. I also have to buy a plug, an adapter for the oil sensor that I bought. I have to buy an adapter for that, and I also have to buy a plug. I don't know if you guys can see it there. To plug down there, because that one is like that's like a plug with a key on top where you turn it and it leaks out the air or whatever it is, but it starts to leak after a while. I do not really need that. I have the cables that you can pull on to drain the air in the tanks in case if you have to do that. So I'm gonna eliminate that. I'm gonna probably plug it up, or just probably find a new one with the little thing on top so I can open and close it. So enough with the talking, and let's get to working. Okay, so I got my line, my brand new line. There you go. It's made in the US. Focus. There you go, made in the US. Brand new. It's actually cheap. It's only 17 bucks to make. So that's good. I checked my other lines. My other lines were good, so I'm not gonna replace them. Not quite yet. So, yep, that line goes hooked up right there, and that fitting you see right there, and then it goes obviously onto the fitting somewhere down there. So let's get in there and let's start turning some bolts or fittings, whatever you want to call it. Here's the Thermo King PM kit that I bought, that I told you guys about. Comes with the air filter, like I said, the fuel filter, and the oil filter. It comes, just the regular basic stuff for mains. Obviously, you have to buy your oil as well. So now, let me go up there and start showing you what I always do. Okay, so for the ones that have a Thermo King, if I'm not mistaken, I am sure that the 200, the SB200, the SB230, and I believe that the SB250, it's all basically mostly the same. It's very simple, guys. So here you have your oil filter. That is your diesel filter, and this is a diesel filter as well. So I'm guessing it's like a secondary diesel filter that has some mesh inside it. It's not a filter like this. It works a little different, but you also have to take this off, clean it, and refill it with diesel before you install. Just like this, when you take it off and you refill it with diesel, you refill the new one with diesel before you install. Your air filter goes in here. Why do I zip tie? Well, on the older models, I don't know about the new models, but the older models like this one, this is a 2013. These things, they tend to open up. I've heard that the new ones, they open up as well due to vibration. It's regular. It's just something that happens to all of them. So what do? I zip tie it. I go under here, under there, make sure that I have it good so it will not open, because if this opens up due to vibration, then you're gonna capture all the dirty air and everything that's not being filtered, and it's gonna go in right inside your motor. So you want to make sure this is always closed, so you capture all your air through there, and it goes right through the filter and clean to the motor. So here's where you drain your oil from. Obviously you out of here. That's about it. So let me start taking filters off, and I'll show you guys what is it that you have to do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is cutting open. Things are hard. I'm going to be cutting this open. Make sure that, there you go, that is good. Got my pliers. Alright, I'm going to take this thing off. Let me see, I remember how it works. All right, let me get the ladder. There you go. So as you can tell, look how dirty this filter is. It looks disgusting. Wow, it's a little stuck there. I think I have to take it off. I forgot. All right, yeah, let me get the screwdriver. Okay. Forgot, why doesn't it come out? Oh, that's right. This whole thing comes out. Let me get my new one. There you go. This is the Thermo King fuel filter. See, fuel water separator. And you have the oil filter. And then here we have, see, part number 119300 filter. Now look at the difference, guys. Look at this. Check this out. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. Look at this. Oh my God. Slam this sucker in there. Lock it in place. Put this here again. Then you reinstall the clamp. See, simple. Simple, simple, simple. Now I have to, let me get down again and get the tie wraps, zip ties, whatever you guys call these things. Let me also get my whatever this thing's called. I always forget. This is what you use to, you know, take off your filter key or whatever you call them. This is my preference of things, guys. Some of you guys don't do this. Some of you guys do. I'm just showing you guys what I do. You guys don't have to do this. Maybe you don't have the same problem that I do, in the sense that maybe you don't, you know, maybe your filter doesn't, your air filter thing doesn't open up like mine's. See, on top, so you can hold still. Bottom bracket on back of this, and that should keep it tight enough. There you go. I should hold it right in place. Now cut it there, cut it down here, and that is good to go. Now next, why did I get dirty rags? Okay, here we go. The rags are used for these things here. See this line here, this rubber thing here. If diesel starts to fall on this a lot, it's gonna eat through this. So how do you prevent it? Easy, just put rags on it. that should be plenty of rags. You should be good with that. Okay, loosened up a little bit. This thing always gets tied up for some reason. Let's hit the other side, make sure that we're loose completely now. There you go. So you guys may be asking yourselves, why did I do that? And the reason why, because sometimes the thread gets all, see, okay, you see that mark there? That's watermarks. So sometimes the thread can get all banged up, not banged up, it can get all dirty, and it can get like real hard to do it. So I always like to tighten it up a little bit and then take it backwards in order for it to come out simple and loose, so it can be easier to loosen. See how the oil, not the oil though, see how we're dropping fuel. So for that fuel not to fall in that rubber thing here, that's why I put that there. Okay, let me put this down. I do not want to make a mess. Okay, now that we're back here again, let's take this one out as well. Be careful and gentle, because that one is plastic and it can break real quick. There you go. Same thing. See how fuel comes out? Okay guys, so let's not worry about this one because we know this is garbage, but check how dirty this thing is. Look all the mug, all the gunk that's on it. So all that has to be clean. Look how dirty this oil, not this oil, this diesel is. I don't know if you guys can tell all the dirty particles in there. So all that has to be clean as well. Make sure that once to clean this, what I do is I wash it out. And when I dry it, I make sure that I dry it, you know, the air that I'm throwing at it, it's not too strong, because this mesh can break. And if this mesh breaks, you're gonna be stuck. So let me clean this and put clean diesel in here, and clean diesel in the new filter, and reinstall. Okay, so that one's installed. It's clean, as you can see. It's not dirty like before. Remember guys, when you install that, make sure to put diesel in it, just like the, you see the diesel in there, just like the new oil filter. I don't want to make a mess. I do not want to drop this. Where is it at? Okay, come on now. To switch hands in order to do it, but I got it in. Now once you tie this up, tie it up as strong as possible with your hands. Do not use the same key you use to take it off, because if not, it's going to be a mission to take it back off. Trust me, just tie it up as hard as you can, and you will be all right. If you're not sure of what, if you're not sure of how tight you're able to tie it, then use the key. But guys, softly. Trust me, if you guys do that too hard, you're gonna remember me. That should be perfect. So now my next step is let me start draining out the oil, which is done through here. There's supposed to be some type of little tab here, but I'm guessing it fell off somewhere along the line, and I don't have it anymore. So I'm gonna see how can I open this. Maybe with some type of plier. Let me try open this first, and then I'll get back to you so I can show you how did I do it. Okay, so now I opened it. You can see that all the dirty oil is falling into the bucket. Yes, I know that it's a little dirty. It's actually real dirty. I went like 3 months and a half without changing it. That was my mistake because I did not write down the date like last time. Like today, when I'm done now doing everything, I'm gonna write down the date of when did I do it. I count 2 months and a half, 3 months, and then I redo it. Last time I forgot to write the date, and then that's why that happened. So yeah, you should always change it anywhere between 2 months and a half to 3 months, tops 3 months and a half. It all depends how you run your unit. Lately I've been running it quite a lot because I haven't been doing a lot of dry loads. When I do dry loads, obviously that time you can extend it a little bit because you're not running the unit. So if you're off for like a week or 2 weeks, or if you're off by a week or 2 weeks, you should be good because you didn't run the unit. So nothing, once this dirty oil is done draining, then obviously close up everything, take out the filter right here, which I'm gonna show you guys as well, and put in the new filter. I'm gonna show you, you have to grease the little rubber thing on top. You gotta put some grease in it so it can go in good, and that's about it. So let me do that now and continue. Okay, now that I'm waiting for the oil to drain completely out, I have my new filter here. I'm gonna take out the old oil filter. There you go. So we should be good to go. The oil was super dirty. Man, I can't believe I did not realize a little sooner. Okay, before that, let me do this. So what is it that I always do here? I lubricate this rubber seal here. You can use the same oil that you have down here. It doesn't really have to be clean oil, it's just lubrication. Now you can dump all the oil here from the old one, and we can install the new one. Make sure that it does not fall so it will make a mess, and let's install the new one. And we are good to go. See, I told you you needed rags. Let's tie this up a little bit. Remember guys, don't tie like the world is ending. Just a little bit. Do a little snug more if you want. That's it. That should be enough. Something that I like to do, where's it at? There you go. Something that I like to do, some of you guys are gonna disagree, but I like to do this. I like to lubricate my my connectors, my connections. Make sure that I always get a clean, plus this protects it from getting that rust on it, the surface rust and stuff like that. That's just me. I always do that. Some of you guys may disagree. So I'm waiting for this to finish draining so I can close that, add the oil, clean the mess I made, and I am good to go. Okay, so we have an issue now. Somewhere along the way, the machine got air. So what's my next step when this happens, guys? Because when it gets air, what happens is that you try to start it and it'll throw a code and it's gonna shut right down. I try hand pumping it and it still do it. That means that I still have air in the machine. So watch what I'm gonna do next. Let me get my correct tool so you guys can know. I need this. I need a 17th, and I need an extension. Okay, so your next step is you need an extension. You need a 17 millimeter socket for this bolt back here. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. In order to get there, you need a 17 millimeter socket. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna crack it open. There you go, it's cracked open. Now it's cracked open. Make sure it is okay. It's loose, as you can see, it's loose. Now we're gonna pump it. We're gonna pump our hand pump again to see. Okay, you see how it dripped fuel? That's exactly what you wanted to do, but without any bubbles. Once it's dripping fuel without any bubbles, then you're supposed to tie it at the same time while you are pumping with your hand fuel. So you tie it and you're pumping at the same time, okay? So, okay. It looks like that's about it. See? You see all the bubbles? You're not supposed to have any bubbles. That means there is air in your lines. Let's cover this here so we won't get any, so we won't make a mess. Or at least cover it as much as possible. And then what are we gonna do? We're gonna pump it some more. We're gonna have our 17 millimeter socket ready so we can tie it up. There you go. Okay. So I had the socket the wrong way, so now I'm gonna do the same thing again. There you go. Pump it. Pure diesel with no. That looks right about it. So now let's tie it up. Okay. So I think I got it this time. Hopefully it is correct. This is not the correct way to do it. You shouldn't spill diesel all over your motor like this. But like I said, guys, I don't have a shop. And I have to work with what I have. So let me get down and try starting the unit again. Make sure there's no codes on there. Once I know there's no codes, I'm gonna go up there and prime it while it's starting so I can make sure that it starts without any issues at all. Let me see. Okay, it looks like it's gonna work good. Give me 1 second, let's see. Alarms. Let's clear this one. Engine stopped. I know that. Okay. I have a white light already. Right. It looks like it's gonna start. Let's go up there again so we can make sure. Remember, guys, let's prime it. If it starts, once you're done priming it, you have to make sure you turn this in all the way. You cannot leave it out like this. It's gonna get a little challenging, but you're able to do it. So let's see. Here we go. Here goes nothing. See, I have fuel down here already, so I should be good. Look at the fuel leaking. Alright, so now we got it. I'm gonna turn it off and I'm gonna do the same process again without touching anything. I'm gonna shut it off, obviously, and then turn it back on. Hopefully it works with any issues now. We should be good. I'm not gonna let it warm up all the way because I do want to tighten up the belts. They are a little loose, so I want to tie them up before I'm done here, so then I can move on to the trailer back shocks. All right, now let me look at my coolant. It's good. You guys are almost certified, baby. Almost. There is another trick to it besides the one I just did. In order to get fuel and take off the air and stuff, there is another trick, but you have to put air in your tank. If you're able to find air and you're able to put a hose of air in your tank, the trick may work as well. But I don't want to move the truck all the way over there in order to just to put air in the tank. There we go. Started. We're good. All right, guys, so it is the next day. As you see, I am already under the trailer. Sorry, there's a lot of wind, there's a lot of dust blowing. Remember, I do not have a shop. I'm working with what I got. Today we're gonna be changing out the shocks on the trailer. If you guys saw in the previous clip, I was able to loosen up the bottom bolts, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen up the tops so we can get it going. So let me put you guys down and start hitting it. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing different is, since this bolt here, it's always seized up, it's super hard to take off, I'm gonna give it some grease. Like that, not too much, just a little bit, just enough. So it can be greased up all the way, you know, so you can always have grease and it will not get seized again. Now, okay, this goes here. This goes here. We are good to go. Good to install the other bolt. Where is it at? Where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay. Put it up. Plenty of grease. Let me do some more just to be 100% sure. But if I'm not mistaken, this should work. I'm not gonna tie it up all the way till I have, wow, a piece of metal. Okay, so I'm not gonna tie it up all the way till I have the top one put in as well. And I have everything aligned the correct way. Once I have everything aligned the correct way, then you can go ahead and do whatever you gotta do and tie it up and make sure you're good to go. there. Okay, so we are gonna be replacing the air filters.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. But when you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. And I could walk for days, searching for your praise. But is it even there to find? Is there a chance for me to learn your memories? Will I slowly lose my mind? 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 Lost in your maze, stuck in your gaze. How can I get out? I'm out of time to make you mine. Baby, show me how. Will I slowly lose my mind? Will I slowly lose my mind? Will I slowly lose my mind?
I don't know if you guys can see good, but they are super dirty inside. They are horrible. Check this out. Look at the difference from one filter to the other. See, that's the brand new filter. That's the old one. So let's just continue and finish installing. You guys saw that in order for me to change my filters, I had to disassemble my mirrors a little bit so I can move them back because they won't come up with the mirrors in the way. That's just the way it is. Okay, now that I got my new filter, I'm gonna install this part that goes right on top. And I am ready to go, ready to be installed. It has bolts inside. For those of you that are wondering what is it that I'm doing inside, my bolts that go inside. These are aftermarket filters. I do not know the name of them. They were on the truck when I got them. All I can really say, I can give you the part number, and I know that the filters, they're actually Kenworth filters. They're not pre-built. They're made by Packer, but they're Kenworth. They're not pre-built. Like I said, they were on here already. I'm not 100% sure what model you need, but I don't know if you guys can see it there, but there's a bolt right there. Look at the bolts that go around it. I don't know if you guys can see them good, but like right there, you see? Those are bolts that go all the way around it, and they hold it together. Okay, so that's the part number for the filters that I got. That is for the filters I got. I don't know what type of filters you guys are running. If you guys are running the same filters that I am, then most likely this is your part number. If you guys are running filters like my dad, then that would be your part number, because that is the old school filter part number right there. Let me show you guys my dad's filter. My dad's filter are bigger. See, his filters are bigger. These filters are bigger and they're different from the ones I have. You guys are running the stock filters of a Peterbilt. See, stock filters of a Peterbilt. Then, like I said, that's the part number you guys are supposed to use, which is the second number I gave you guys, which is right here. If you guys are running modern filters like I am, then you have to use that part number. So old, new, old, new. Okay, so finally, after a long few days, I am finally done doing everything that I have to do to the truck, at least for this week. The only thing that I'm about to do next is I'm gonna disengage the trailer. So my filters do say Peterbilt. So now I don't know what's going on, because they say Peterbilt, and I know that the last time I bought my filters, I bought them down in McAllen, and they said that they were not Peterbilt filters. They were from a Kenworth. So, see, I didn't notice that last time. I have to look into that. Maybe it's just a different modern filter for a Peterbilt. I don't know. Anyhow, the only thing that I'm missing right now is that I actually found a trip for tomorrow. Obviously, I'm gonna be starting a new video tomorrow. So I'm gonna disengage the trailer, like I said, and I'm gonna disengage the trailer and I'm gonna go pump fuel now. Okay, so I'm at the fuel pump. I just finished pumping diesel actually, and I spent $474 with 45 cents. That's how much it was to fill up the tanks, and that was at $2.77 a gallon. I don't know if you guys are able to see that they're good, but there it is. Let me save this, because you always have to save your fuel tickets. Nothing, guys. Well, all that said, the only thing that I'm missing to do is I'm gonna go back to the yard now, drop off the truck, engage the trailer, leave everything ready for tomorrow, and I'm gonna start a new video tomorrow on the trip going to North Carolina. So, with all that said, I hope you guys are doing good. Peace. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.